What you're supposed to do, wait a minute.
Oh, I'm with the weather.
You don't know how to get to the school website. You don't know how to get to my website. Your homework is there.
Well, I know how to get.
I'll show you how to get it.
I mean, I do your homework.
I know, but I'm saying if you don't know what it is, and you're like, dang, am I supposed to do like, who was it? Danielle? I know Eileen and somebody else in fourth period did the wrong assignment yesterday and did the whole back page or something because they couldn't remember what I said. And they did like way too much homework.
Oh, that wasn't.
Now how much there? I'll show you where it is.
I did all of it. I did like 2 pages. I tried to do it several times.
Hold on, I'll show you where it is. Show you how to get to it. Again. I don't think it's easy to get to now. Quite fit. I think it takes the stupid strawberries out of it though. I don't. I guess they're mushy.
Me neither. I don't like to cook on broccoli. Not that
I know it's me though. I just think it's
All right, there's 7 through 11. There's 7 through 11. Check your answers. Now, if any of your numbers don't match mine on the quiz or the test, what happens? They're wrong. If it's a 4-point question on the test, you lost either 2 or 3 points, depending on how wrong you are. One mistake takes 2 to 3 points. 2 mistakes takes all the points. Yes, ma'am. You will have to tell me the type, and you'll have to write a word equation. You will not be predicting tomorrow. You will have both sides of the equation tomorrow. Okay? Predicting will be later in the week. You'll have to tell the type, the word equation. That will give you the whole equation. Just tell the type, yeah. And balance, yes. You'll have to balance it if you write.
I'm telling you. Sometimes it's just like I'm just like 2, 2, 3, 4, and then I'll have 2, 3, 4, 3.
Now, does anyone need me to work any of the homework questions? Which one? Number 1? Oh, you're still checking. Okay.
No, that's when I was in like 4 times. Like 4 is fine.
What?
When I was in there, I covered the line. 4 is for the line number.
Trust me, this is quiet. You ought to come back closer. They can't hear me and I can't hear them.
I got 4 periods.
It's not even a drawing. It's just a loud little period. Must be when the biggest group of fans is there. This is not, 3rd period's not bad. 4th period is plenty. Oh, yes, I do. Y'all can come back any day now.
We should share it.
All right, has everyone had a chance to check?
I agree.
I think so.
I know. I just yeah. I feel like I'm stressed out over like really small things. Yeah, it's gonna be really bad. Like if I lose this, I'm gonna watch it. What? And I'm like, oh my god, this one's like pencil, and then I'm not gonna have enough pencils when I get through them.
I'm just thinking about back and like, oh.
I get really upset when I lose those bands because like.
Wrong queen, dying of old age up here. Okay. All right. So which one do you want me to do? All right. 1. All right. Let me see if I have 1 somewhere. There's 1. So in number 1, you have NaF plus Cl, right? Na has an oxidation number of +1. F is -1. Cl is -1. So who switches? Na and who? F and CL. So NA is now going to be with CL, and F will be by itself. Okay, so CL went there, and F went over there. Right? Now, since this is a compound, +1 and -1, the two oxidation numbers cancel out because they're the same. F is by itself. Is it one of the 7? So you put a 2 on it. All that goes away. Balance it. You got a 2 there. We're going to put the 2 there to balance the F. 2Na, 2Na, 2 chlorine, 2 chlorine. Okay. Anybody else? Anything else on the homework? 9. On 9, Fe has a +3, OH is a -1, zinc is a +2, and carbonate is -2. So who's switching? All right. So Fe is now going to be with who? No, it's with the OH. CO3. And then Zn is going to be with the who? OH. And I only brought over the 3 because it's inside the parentheses, right? So these are both compounds. We'll have to look up their oxidation numbers. So +3, -2, 2 comes down, 3 comes down, +2, -1, 2 comes down, 1 comes down. So get rid of all that junk. You want to balance first? Shush, I'm talking to you. How many Fe's are here? How many are here? There's how many here? So I'm going to put a 2. So I made how many OHs? Okay, how do I get 6 here? How many zincs did you just make? So how do I get 3 here? How many carbonates did you make? That 3's inside. There's a 1 out here. 3. And how many carbonates are here? You're good. Anybody else? Question on homework? Anybody else? All right. Before we talk combustion and decomposition, October the 3rd. Ethan, shut up. Now, the school website is not hard to find because you all know how to find that. Yeah. The teachers' websites are a little harder to find because they're paying now. Go to school. Go to Lexington Senior High School. Okay? Now, here's where people get lost. Go to Our People. See where it says Staff Directory? Go to Staff Directory. All you have to do is type in Wall. Okay? And hit search. See the little globe? Click on the globe. Alright, so where'd I go? I went to schools, Our People, Staff Directory, and then I clicked on the globe when my name came up, right? Now, click on homework.
I like the best one.
Now, when you click on homework, you click on chemistry for last night. By accident, one thing, click on physical science by mistake. Okay? There's the numbers assigned. There's worksheets. There is that and that.
But it doesn't tell you the balance.
And then hyperlink. Take it to YouTube. Not that I want to watch. All right. So there's the hyperlink. Numbers 1 through 4, 7 through 11 predict single and double displacement reaction. I did not write balance because what did I tell you the very first day?
Always.
Always balance. I don't have to type that or write that ever again. Okay? Because you're the one who said it. Now, let's say, well, somebody over there said it, maybe it was Tasha. Now, let's say you lost your worksheet. Imagine that. No, that'd be the wrong worksheet, so hopefully you didn't lose your worksheet because I uploaded the wrong one. Try that one. Maybe I got this one right.
Wait, I was so lost. That's one guy.
I got that one right. Some of these I don't open before I attach. I just assume I had the right one. Delete that one. I had that one right. I gotta delete that one. Okay? Questions about how to find the website. So if you get lost and you're like, did this all really assign that assignment? There. Check to see if you have the right one. I actually do upload or put this stuff on the website every day. So if for example, let me go back there. If I go back to homework for just a second, I don't think it wiped out September. If I go back to September for just a second, can I go back?
All the videos?
All of it. I only figured out how to hyperlink it in the last week. So if you went back to, let's say, that was one that we must have test that day. To go back. Most of them are not hyperlinked, so you would have to take the link like here. See how it's not hyperlinked? But you could copy it and paste it into the search bar, and then hit search and go without any difficulty. All right, but I actually hyperlinked one by mistake, and it took me a week to figure out how I did it. I didn't know how I did it, but now I know how I did it. All right, so don't tell me you don't know how to find the homework now. Moving on, we have 25 minutes to learn how to do two types of equations. So find your blue reference table. Yep. You already have them. Wasn't there a staple?
Oh, yeah.
Now, I'm going to show you some things on it today that you cannot use tomorrow. It's the only quiz I will not let you use them all. The reference tables are supposed to get out. So I don't know. Listen. Now, if you look on page blue, page 6. All right, page 6 shows you the 5 types of reactions. This is why you cannot use the quiz just on the quiz tomorrow. Because what did I tell you? I'm testing you on the quiz tomorrow. Which is why you can't use it on the quiz tomorrow. Yeah, you got to remember the 5 types of reactions on the quiz. Now, on the test next week, when I check you on the 5 types of reactions, you may use this. Okay? So when you forget the 5 types of reactions on the test, you'll reuse them because you'll have access to this on the test. You just can't use it tomorrow on the quiz. Alright? Now, when you get stuck, you may use it. You should not get stuck on combustion. So let's just say for a moment you have a senior moment and you have forgotten what combustion is. Let's look at the very bottom. Let's just say combustion is. It's a hydrocarbon plus what? Plus oxygen. So, if you have a hydrocarbon plus oxygen, you are always going to get what two things? Carbon dioxide plus water. Now, these can come in various varieties, but the only thing that ever changes are the subscripts. So, if I give you CH4 plus O2, this is a hydrocarbon. It has carbon, it has hydrogen. That's all that is, plus oxygen. As soon as you see that, you don't have to look up an oxidation number. You don't have to crisscross. You don't have to know anything. All you do is write down the products are what? CO2 and H2O. If I give you something like C10, H22 plus oxygen, again, it's a hydrocarbon plus oxygen. You don't figure out what the oxidation numbers are. You don't care what the oxidation numbers are. You're not switching anybody. You're not doing anything. You're looking at it and recognizing, oh, it's combustion. If it's combustion, what are the two products? Carbon dioxide and water. If you have one that says C5H12 plus oxygen, same thing. What are the two products? Carbon dioxide and water. Okay? The only thing that's changing in all of these examples are the subscripts that are on the carbon and the hydrogen. That is the only thing that changed in any of those three examples. Nothing else varies. Do you see that? Yes or no? Okay. So we don't ever figure out anything about the equation. We don't have to know whether it has an oxidation number. We don't care what the oxidation number is. We're not switching anybody. We're merely writing the two products down as CO2 plus water. Is everybody with me on that? Okay. That's all you have to do for combustion. That's it. That's why it drives me crazy when people get it wrong. There's nothing complicated here. You're literally writing down the answer and moving on. I don't care how you know, as long as you do. Now, decomposition is much more complex. Okay? These are the easy ones. Okay? Now, decomposition is why I had to get the chart out. Now, decomposition can come in two varieties. Now, decomposition is splitting a compound. Okay? We already know that because we've already talked about how this works, right? So, if we're going to split a compound, we're either going to have a compound with two elements, or, and I'm going to leave a little space there for a second, or we're going to have a compound with three elements. Now, if we have a compound with two elements, a compound with two elements is the easy variety. If it has just two elements, we're going to break it apart. Okay? If it has just two elements, we're going to break it apart. Nice and easy. All right? But if it has three elements, we must read the reference table. To determine the reaction product. Now, you can read the reference table to get the first one, okay? There's nothing wrong with reading it to do two elements. The very first thing on there that I'm getting ready to show you. It's just not required. catch up with me and I'll pull up a reference table so I can write on it so everybody can see I'm getting stuff. I'm going to watch an active shooter training so that I know what to do if the mad gunman comes in the building. I'm going to learn how to use ACT method test prep. And I have no idea what else on the agenda for today. I'm sure it will be a completely stimulating training. You know, I've only seen the active shooter training multiple times in my lifetime. Yep. Because I'm sure if a gunman comes in the building, y'all are all going to listen to me.
Well, yeah.
Put it this way, when y'all run out the door to save yourself, and I go hide, my thoughts are, when y'all get shot, I'm going to live. So I'm all good with that. You all up a shot?
I would have No, but you still have a car with.
Right, it could be like you stand out there with a big gun.
No, no, oh,
Like a bird, we'll sing now.
I was high, no, look up. I was looking at it. I was nowhere near you. I'm just trying to rock. Yeah, I know. Okay, so out there, I'm running into this house. Or I'm running to McDonald's or a party. Those are public places.
What if they have like a nice one top of the building?
I mean, yeah, you can somebody above the building. I tried. Well, I guess I'm gonna die. Oh well. I know what I want to live. I want you trying. I might have.
Well, while y'all are running around like idiots, I have a city med support room back there. I'm planning on hiding in.
I feel like we have to conversation with. Oh. I feel like we're all right.
I had a laptop there.
Yeah.
Huh?
What, 5?
Just rip off all the laptops.
Oh, laptop. What is this? There's no lock on it.
Now shut. Shush. What 5? What are you supposed to have? No. All right, let's say we have this. Can we all agree that this is, and you're writing your notes, I'm just writing there so we have the picture of decomposition of the plate. All right, you're just writing in your notes. I just need where the reference table is so we have a visual of it. That's all. All right, so can we agree that Al2O3 is a decomposition reaction? All right. Does it have 2 elements or 3 elements? 2. Now, according to what I just wrote down, if it has 2 elements, we're just going to do what? Break them apart. Now, if you don't believe me, based on what we're getting ready to do in a couple minutes, we're going to look at this section of the chart and find the reaction that it matches. This matches this right here. Okay? AB has how many letters in it? 2. If it has 2 letters, what do you do with something that has 2 letters? Split. That's exactly what I wrote in your notes. Anything that has 2 letters, you break apart. So, Al plus O, we break apart into Al plus O. Now, is that a compound or are those elements? They're elements. So we don't need any oxidation of them. We're not crisscrossing anybody. They're elements. You're going to ask yourself, are either of them one of the 7? All right, so we put a 2 on the O because it's one of the 7. The aluminum is not one of the 7, so what do we do to it? Absolutely nothing. Is the equation balanced? No. Good, I'm glad we can agree on no. I was worried there for a minute. All right, so if the answer is no, who would you like to balance first? Okay, So there's 3 and 2, so what are we going to do? Okay, so we're going to put a 2 to make 6, and a 3 to make 6, and we made how many aluminum? So we're going to put a 4. Are we good with that? Okay. Now, suppose we have one that says KOH with an arrow. Now, can we agree that that is decomposition? Okay. Now, if that is decomposition, how many capital letters does that one have? 3. That one has 3. For this one, we cannot just break up. Now, don't write this. Some of you on the test will write K plus OH, which is wrong. Some of y'all will write K plus O2 plus H2, which is equally wrong. Okay? Now, because we don't know what these things mean, be very thankful that the state is providing you this stuff. Once upon a time, my students had to memorize everything that the state has provided you right there. Some did better than others. Now, looking at these reactions, you're looking for the one that matches this. Okay? Which one looks like it fits this format of KOH? This one. Okay, I've heard several people yell it out. Why not B? Because B says MCO3. All right, this is the metal, and it's got OH. So which one has OH on it?
Hydroxide.
Hydroxide. Now, another way that some people like to find it is they'll look up the name of this, and they'll find its name is OH, which is hydroxide, and then they look up the reaction. Okay? But most people just look for the one that looks like it. So, if I write this equation down, MOH becomes MO plus H2O. Now, we're going to make this match this. So, what goes in the place of the F? Okay, because that's the metal. It's got to go with oxygen plus, what do I put there? H2O. Now, all that's left is, this is a compound. What do we always do when we have a compound? What do we always do when we have a compound? Crisscross. So K has what oxidation number? Plus 1. And O is? So, what do I get right here? Let's see. About 50% of the time, the oxidation numbers will cancel. So if you forget, you're going to get it right about half of the time. All right, so is the reaction balanced? You got 2 K's, so I need to put a 2 out here. I made how many O's? 1 plus 1 is 2. And I have 2 H's. I have 2 H's. So we're good to go now. Question. Okay? Can I erase what I have there? Does everybody have what they want? Okay, let's try another one. Okay? So if I have this one, how many elements do I have? 2. All right. Which one? I have how many elements? It's copper, chlorine, and oxygen. All right. So which one does it look like it matches that? Okay. So if I write the formula underneath, I have MClO3 becomes MCl plus O2. All right. So what goes where M is? And then and plus. Okay. So from there, this again is a compound. So what I always have to do with a compound is cross the oxidation number. So what is copper's oxidation number in this compound? All right, that 2 came from copper. So plus 2. Chlorine is a -1. Bring my 2 down. And then oxygen we've got covered because I wrote that for us in the equation. Question. Is it balanced? So I can get this giant line out. Okay. All right. So, all right. Now let's balance. What do we need to balance? Oxygens. There's how many oxygens here? So I need to put a good. How many chlorine? How many chlorine? How many coppers? How many coppers? Fabulous. Think you got it? So you can practice some? All right. Well, I hand back yesterday's papers and give you It's probably meant to put 100. Which grade was it? Yeah, probably did. So I need to fix that. I'm getting ready to hand those back. So when you get the paper, get it back to me. Put it on my laptop. So I can fix that. So that's probably exactly what I put. Those are the kind of reasons why I get papers back and you need to double check my ID and power. Because that is so easy for me to do. A lot of times I'll check those things myself if I don't see it. No, because we'll catch that and we'll let it go over. Like when I put in the lab tracer, I set that up. I had to go ahead and put in 100 points of striping because it won't let me exceed 100 if I don't go ahead and put in the 100 points. So I've already done that. And set it up to allow for 100 points. I took some more. I'm not going to say all the time. I got it on the other.
Yeah, that always.
Right, why didn't you get on there?
Oh.
That's my dad. That is my dad. My dad. All right, so we have answers to I put on the board. We've only got 3 minutes. Yeah. So, what does the first one match? What does the first one match? Yes, B is correct. So, what are we going to get on the right? KO plus CO2. This is the compound. What do we have to do to it? +1 minus 2, we get a 2 there. Is it balanced?
No, it's not. No. Yes, it is. Yes, oh, whoa.
Balanced. All right, and the second one. What do we have to do there? SB plus. Is it balanced? Nope. We need a 5 there, 2 there, and a 4 there. All right, let's start homework. Woo! Now, you have a quiz tomorrow. The quiz tomorrow is on type and word equation. It is not on prediction. You will have both sides of the equation tomorrow on the quiz. Okay, you will not be switching anything. Now, for homework tonight, you are doing the questions Number 10. Well, I did. Okay. 10 to 22. 10 through 22. Right? 10 through 22. And word equation. Meaning I give you both sides of the equation. I guess if you send me a message, I'll answer your question again.